Morning, guys. Welcome to Mikey's World. Mike here at The Real Shot. Talking about turkeys today. Turkey season, turkey hunting, all things turkey today. I mean, we're a few weeks out yet from any turkey seasons. Looks like the spring youth hunt is April 15th and 16th. And then you got period A starting April 19th, all the way down to period F that starts on May 24th. So we got a lot of turkey killing between April 15th and the end of May.
Hey, does that tell you when leftover tags go on sale?
We can take a look at that. I know I just printed it off the other day. I got everything up front for that. So we can actually run up front and check that out.
Hey, get up. It's a Monday. Get up and get moving.
Oof.
Get up and get moving, Mikey's World.
And then the boat all weekend, all day.
Oh, what a rough life.
It is. It is.
Come on, Scooter. Let's follow Mikey over
Let's
here.
See what we got here. I know I got my extra turkey tag stuff over. There it is, spring turkey bonus harvest authorization. So it looks like Zone 1 goes on sale March 20th. Obviously, there's only select time periods that are available. So like if you looked at this right here, Zone 1, C, D, E, and F are available. Zone 2, E, and F are available. Like nothing early, you know?
Usually they're not.
Yeah, which, I mean, if you ask me, they should just open the turkey season up, but whatever. But like I said, extra tags will go on sale March 20th for Zone 1, the 21st for Zone 2, 22nd for Zone 3, 23rd for Zone 4, the 24th for Zone 5, and Zone 6 and 7 are sold out.
How much are those tags?
That's a good question.
So
I don't even know.
I think the way it works is if you didn't purchase a tag beforehand, like if this is your first tag, if you're buying a leftover, it's like 30-something bucks. But if you already have your tag purchased, then each additional, because you can buy one tag a day.
Yep.
After they're all go on sale. Otherwise, during those time frames, you can only come in and buy one tag, and I think they're like $10 bucks.
10 or 12 bucks, yeah.
10, 12 bucks. But then after,
like he said though, if you're just buying one leftover tag and you didn't pull it, you didn't draw a tag, then you have to buy everything, your small game and your turkey stamp and whatever else.
It's like 30-something bucks.
Yeah. It's
like more to shoot a turkey than it is to shoot 3 or 4 deer in some counties.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I know, right? And they don't even taste that good.
I would argue that. I like wild turkey. But the cool thing is so 20th starts Zone 1. And those tags go fast. So, like, we usually...
I mean, I guarantee you we'll have a line of guys out here in the morning.
And then 2, 3, then by the end of the week, all those zones, whatever tags are left, all go on sale.
Yep.
And then you can buy one tag a day for, like Mike said, like 10, 12 bucks until they're gone.
Until they're gone. Yep. And we'll get guys that come in every day.
Oh, yeah.
You'll buy one on day 1, day 2, day 3. And some of these guys are out there killing 11, 12 turkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you still have to register them and stuff, like online. I know Mark that used to work here, he talked to one of the guys for the DNR, and they had one guy that killed like 33 turkeys last year.
Yeah.
All year long.
Well, there's a customer that comes in, and like you said, he buys one tag every single day until they're gone.
Yeah.
And then so your later periods, like Mike was saying, it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, right?
Yep.
Starts April, and then it goes down through the end of May when the season actually ends. Personally, myself, this is only the handful of years I got an early tag. Otherwise, I typically hunt 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think those are the better seasons, in my opinion. You get a lot less pressure because fishing is open.
Yep.
The birds are a little more educated, so you got to hunt smarter. But then I find like afternoon hunts are the best, and midday hunts are the best. Kind of like the whitetail rut. Like, as the whitetail rut advances, more midday movement happens. So I've killed a lot of birds from 10 to 1.
10 to 2, 10 Baker's hours.
Right. It's kind of like they say for whitetails. You get your button to stand mid-November from 10 to 2, right? Get that afternoone movement. Those hens go to nest. They're usually nesting at that time. And then you can get on them. And then that's where like some of the decoys are going to show them.
Yep.
That one from Flextone, I really like that one. If I put a fan on it, reaping, if you haven't done reaping, make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Like I hunt primarily private land for reaping, but that's where you like sneak and peek, I call it. You put a fake fan on and you just go at the birds. And I've had them almost bull rush me. There's one video I got on the Guided Life page.
Yeah.
From me to Mike away.
Yeah.
I was calling in for a buddy.
I remember that. It was pretty cool.
It's pretty intense. So let's look at some of the decoys and stuff. The crazy, like for waterfall too, it's crazy the advancements in decoys.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just more realistic looking. I remember back in the day, there was like brown foam with some.
And you kill hundreds of turkeys on it.
Oh yeah, you smash them. Again, it's like anything else. It's like everybody wants the coolest looking decoy, but we're talking about a bird with a brain about this size. You know what I mean?
But they often outthink me. So this is the
100%.
one right here. I have some avians, I have some flex tones, and I absolutely love them all. There's a time and a place for them all. But this is probably my go-to. This is a half or a full strut tom.
Yep.
You can kind of see I'll show you what he looks like on the back. So he's like a hard shell body. It's hollow on the back, which I like because that's where I hold on to the back of the stake. It comes with a fake fan. I use a Jake fan, or if I have a full fan from a tom, I'll just trim it so the top 3 feathers or top 4 feathers in the middle, because that's how you can tell, right? In the spring, you can only shoot male birds or birds with beards, so you kind of shoot a bearded hen if you want. But your immature birds, see how this fan is full? All the feathers are like equal in the height. Now, for a Jake, you'll be like these outer feathers until you hit the middle portion will be the same, and then these top middle ones will be longer. So that's how you tell a Jake, plus your beard length. So like this is an imitation beard right here, but that's like 3 to 4 inches. That could be a super Jake, they call them,
Yep.
or it could be just an immature tom,
Immature tom, correct.
or it could be just cold.
I mean, you can say 3 to 4. So
But this is, in my opinion, for like the only decoy I need. I can call in toms with this thing. I can sneak and peek if I have to. That reaping technique. I can stake it right next to me if I'm sneaking through a field and I got a bird out there. I just plop this thing out. This is primarily the decoy I take, even though I have basically a waterfall assortment.
Yeah.
Of decoys.
I got some buddies that are crazy to turkey hunting. And late season, I got a buddy that he'll run like 11, 12 decoys out there. You know, looking like a big flock feeding out in the field. And then he goes, some days it's awesome. Some days they could give 2 cents about it. But like anything else. I mean, I'm amazed at the difference in reaction these birds from spring to fall.
Hold on. We've got no video. We've got audio. Tell everybody to hold on.
Okay, sorry about this. We're having.
Hold on, guys. We got some video issues here. Just hang tight here.
God, I didn't realize that were ugly. That we broke the camera.
I know, right? Over that. And we're back.
So where did we leave off? Well, first of all, I think you should tell everybody, since we're talking turkey, this.
Yeah, we're talking turkey right now. We got a huge turkey sale, 30% off. all turkey decoys, calls, chairs. I don't have any blinds right now. But like I said, 30% off. I mean, that's at that prices, you can't afford not to buy them. I got Flexstone decoys. I got Avian X decoys. I got HS Strut decoys. I got Dave Smith decoys. Dave Smith's are on the backside. HS are on the backside. I got a bunch of Avians here.
So I'm gonna go grab a Dave Smith. Kind of talk about why we like the difference in the birds.
Yeah, I mean, I just like the selection. I mean, everyone's got it's like waterfowl decoys. You got literally 40 companies that make decoys. You know, some look better than others, obviously, and some are just basic as you can get. I remember Flexstone
combo. Talk about that one.
Yeah, that's a Jake and Hen combo that we carry, which is pretty sweet. Great, so great early season.
Very
I
affordable
believe.
too.
Yes, $60. It's already marked down. So $60 on that one.
So this is the
That's
Dave
the Dave Smith.
And look how crazy real that thing looks.
Yeah, like I mean, if anybody knows Dave Smith decoys, those guys out there are just ridiculous. Their goose decoys are literally the best looking decoys on the market by far.
The head and these things too. Like I have a buddy who runs nonstop Dave Smith stuff, and they can take a pellet.
Oh yeah,
they can take a beating.
My buddy's got a big Tom that he had set up a couple years ago. He had a new hunter out. Big Tom came around a corner on him, and he kind of cut through the corner blind where he couldn't see. And all of a sudden it popped out here. Well, the guy he was with was still looking kind of to the corner. And my buddy's like, shoot him. Shot the decoy at like 12 yards. And never mind the bird went running off that way because he didn't know. He thought that was a bird. And ended up smoking his decoy. And there's like pellets stuck in it. Like there's literally nothing inside of it. They're all like stuck here.
Yeah.
Like stuck. You can see them and everything. They take a beating for sure.
Yep. It's kind of like a self-healing type stuff. And a lot of these, so these are the harder body ones. The Avian X stuff, do we have the inflatable ones? Or are these the lifelike collapsible decoys? Yep. Now those I have these. These are like a rubber. Here, I'll get one out.
Yeah. They're kind of a pain to get back in. That's why I didn't take anything out.
But those, if you hit one of those with your shotgun pattern, it will hold the BBs inside. It will still inflate.
Yeah.
To the point. I have a Jake. I have actually like this Jake right here. This lifelike looking one, but he actually, he takes a beating. But
so there's like a valve on these, like the old basketballs in gym class.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So this is more for your run and gun style.
For sure. Staying mobile.
Blow it up.
No, I'm gonna pass out if I try doing that. Right? But yeah, there's the valve right there. You can see it right there. You open that up, it'll fill up with air on its own, and then you can just blow into it to fill it up the rest of the way.
Yep.
And then you can clasp it down. You got your strap. Again, now you're super mobile, not dragging around with giant decoy and stuff.
It comes with a stake and in the bag. I mean,
stake and bag and stuff, which is pretty standard on most blind or most decoys. I think it's great for guys that are running and gunning.
Yeah.
Which it seems like more guys are doing it lately. The last, I'm gonna say probably dozen years or so. I mean, back in the day, turkey was sitting in a blind, calling, waiting for them to walk in and to shoot them. Now guys are running them down, cutting them off, and doing stuff like that, and trying to sneak up on them, get them closer.
I for a lot of years, I would always take the time to try to archery hunt the first couple days, and then go to shotgun.
Challenge yourself a little bit. I mean,
I've gotten away from that because I figured it out. Turkeys are designed to be shot in the face. Now, I have a lot of guys that argue with me, and they'll shoot them with their bows, and they have a lot of great success doing it. But I'm like, give me my 12 gauge, my 20 gauge. I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
I worked my tail off, and I think it's one of the things too that bothers me is he said like everything's a week. You get a week to do this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure. I've spent more time hunting one turkey than I ever do a deer.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of plus and minuses of the season.
It's hunter control, right?
Yeah.
There's not that much land and stuff, but it's a lot of pressure, dude.
There's not a shortage of turkeys, though, that's for sure.
Depending on where you're hunting.
Yeah, I mean, that's like anything, though. I mean, you're talking to guys about deer, you know. Up north, there ain't no deer, but somehow guys shoot big deer up north all the time. And
right.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're overpopulated. I think they're getting to be kind of like deers, you know. I mean, how many deer do you see run around town? I live in Green Bay, like really in the middle of Green Bay, and we got turkeys running around town. I had them in my backyard and front yard last spring. My mom saw a couple walking down a main drag in Green Bay like 2 days ago. Big Tom strutting in the middle of the road, like really right in the middle of town.
Yep.
The closest woods was like 4 blocks away. It's a park, a wide open park, not like a big, thick, wooded park. It's just big, giant oak trees and wide open.
What kind of decoy would you recommend for a guy who's turkey hunting by himself?
This
Just a solo.
this guy
Right
right
there
here.
all day, for sure.
That's a good solo decoy.
Yep. It's
It's lightweight. It's not overly bulky. The fan you can collapse, and you can, like I said, you can run and gun with it, or you can reap like Matt was saying.
so I put a full fan on there and I leave it on there. I actually have it still in my garage, full fan right now. And if I'm sneaking through the woods, again, you got to know where the heck you're hunting, right? If you're on public land, this is what people are trying to shoot. This is what they're trying to shoot. So you got to know the land and where you're hunting and where other hunters are. But I'll actually have this kind of on my hand. Like I said, if I could take this one out. But anyways, like I'll hold it from the back of the stake and I'll just hear. So if all of a sudden I see a turkey up ahead, I just pop that up in front of me. And it's crazy. You would think, well, I'm just a guy behind a fan. But sometimes you said that pea-sized brain, it works to your advantage. Like they just say, oh, it's another turkey. And yet we don't spook that bird ahead of you.
Yep.
And then you can just quick stake it in the ground, set up. Or you can just kind of keep pushing at them that way. But this thing, like Mike said, is lifelike enough. It's light enough where this is all I need. I even took it one step further. I took a drill, and if you see right here, Scott, like on the side body where there's like a wing, I actually took a drill and I drilled like 5 holes on each side of this thing. And I had it when I had success and I shot a turkey. You pull the wingtip feathers out, and I pushed them through that. So they're there, and it looks weird because it's sticking out this way, but a turkey doesn't know the difference.
It's like a depth perception thing. They don't see that. Right?
They don't. Yeah,
they just see a turkey body in front of them.
And it adds more lifelike. Plus, it adds more to the side of the decoy. It hides me better when I'm sneaking around with it.
That's because you're so wide.
Well,
you know,
I'm thick.
You're girthy. Girthy.
I'm eating too many turkeys.
It is. Well, go around and show them your call selection. Everything's 30% off. Show them what you got for
30% off.
calls.
You got your Thunder Gobbler, you got your locator calls, you got slates, you got mouth calls, box calls. I think I got a push button yelper on the other side. Again, just different materials. You got glass, you got slate, different sounds. You can get different sounds with just a different striker on the same call.
Yep.
You know, they make plastic strikers, wood strikers, carbon fibers, all the different strikers. So you can literally have one call, multiple strikers, and get multiple different tones and pitches out of it with just the same call.
Yep. And it's one of these things too, is every single one of these calls has a purpose and a time. Like it's
100%. Yeah.
I typically, most of your guys, when a bird's in close, 100 yards or less, you're going to go to a mouth call. It's good to get good and efficient on a mouth call, right? You want less movement, all that kind of stuff.
I think they're more realistic sounding.
You can
once you start put a little more inflection into it. I think they're more realistic sounding than a box call or a slate call. But then, I mean, I know guys that are in box and slate calls that you could close your eyes and you thought you had a wild bird in front of you.
Right.
You know, some guys are just ridiculously good on them.
It takes a little more learning. So, like, if you're
try not to choke yourself.
Correct. You can trim them, all that stuff. There's
Yep.
a lot of great educational videos out there. Now is the time, though. If you're going to annoy somebody and learn to use a diaphragm call, if you haven't used one, get one now and just go squawk boxing on it.
Yep.
Sit in your car during traffic.
Driving to work in the morning or something. Plenty of time.
Try not to do it at home because you'll make your significant other mad.
Yeah, right.
But then, like, you know, locating them. That's where I like a box call. In my opinion, I can reach out a lot further. Windier days, hollows, that kind of stuff. I can reach out a lot further with a box call, but it takes a lot more movement to work it.
And it's two-handed.
And it's two-handed. And you can gobble on a box call.
Yep.
You can gobble on a diaphragm. Slate call is something a little different, but it's a little more in-tight movement, 200 yards, or if there are birds out in the field. Realistic purrs, clucks. I like to use the slate, especially for fighting purrs. When you get like a group of birds early on in the year, they'll make an aggressive purring sound.
Yep.
So that's right. But then you can also get some of your deep tom yelps and all that kind of stuff. There's so much educational stuff out there. Locating birds. You want to talk about some of your locators?
Locating call. I mean, I use a crow call. I love it. They're so reactionary. I've used goose calls in the past too. Like if I forgot my locator call for some reason, my goose calls are always in my truck, and I grab a goose call, get to the field in the morning or in the afternoon. let out a couple big honks, and you got birds that just shock gobble on
Yep.
you, you know.
It was awesome.
So-
They actually were gobbling yesterday morning by my house.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, spring is here, and then you get it.
Yeah,
put in freaking snow, but
And we got more coming Friday. They said.
but they're gobbling. They're starting to just feel springish outside.
So we got, like I said, we got some more decoys down this way. Half strut Jakes. We got some full strutters. Again, Dave Smith's Standing Hens by H&S. Jake and Hen combos, and then here's your other calls by HS here as well. Again, all your diaphragms, combo packs, stuff like that. Like I said, here's that push button yelper I was talking about.
You make it make noise?
It's a dumb packaging. I can't get it out without
it's
tearing
sealed
the
in.
whole packaging up. And like I said, you got multiple striker packs down here, so you can take one call, multiple strikers, get a ton of different tones and pitches out of it as well. Again, 30% off. I think we got it going through the 15th. I may extend that. So,
How many of these would a guy need to carry with him?
oh, dude, that's. I mean, I know guys that will carry 12 calls on them. You know, multiple mouth calls. They'll have a box call on them. They'll have a slate call. Like Matt said earlier, everything's got a time and a place. So, and everything, they all got different sound, different tone, different pitch to them. And each day is different. You know, one day, you know, they may want this high pitched stuff. They want something deeper. They want something raspier. It's just the different birds and how they react. And that's part of the game, is trying to figure out what they want that day.
I like the combo packs like this, because out of a combo pack, I might find one or two calls that I absolutely love. And then, I mean, it sounds kind of silly to do it, but at 30% off, I'll just scrap the other two, or give them to somebody, like clean them up, put them in mouthwash.
Yeah.
But like, it's a confidence thing. Mike's a big waterfall
100%.
guy. He probably has one or two calls that he has a whole lanyard full of calls, but
Yeah.
you're going to grab that.
There's two on my lanyard that I will use day in, day out.
And that's the same thing here. You're going to find one out of your, and it's crazy. Like, every year, the brands don't sound the same. Like, they make little, tricks and trades to them and all that
They
stuff.
call it the different cuts in the reeds and stuff, and the diagrams to get your different pitches, and it's just, there's a lot to it, but at the same time, there's not a lot to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Matt said, you find what you're confident in, and some guys, I can't run a mouth call to save my life.
Really?
I feel like I'm gagging on it, I'm choking on it. I trim it up. You know, I'm a loud guy, but somehow I have a small mouth. The roof of my mouth is small. And like even the youth ones, which I got somewhere, like the small frame ones, I got a couple in here. Like these guys here, like this is even too big for the roof of my mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I'll put it in and I go, I'm choking on it right now.
Yep.
Someone's got to give me the Heimlich in the field.
And you can trim the back of the tape. So these are like a tape, so you can trim that back there. But if you're going to trim it for your mouth, like Mike is saying, go small.
Yeah.
Because once you cut it, it's cut.
You can't put it back on,
You
obviously.
can't fix it. It's not just like duct tape or something like that. Plus, so if you have to trim the backside for how it fits in the top of your mouth, go small at first. And then,
Just take off little bits at a time.
little bits. And you see some actually have like where it fits. This is like a hard plastic where it fits in the top of your mouth. That's going to help you notice. Because the other thing too that's somewhat frustrating is knowing what side of the call is the upside, and it really is. There's bumps. Sometimes there's bumps on the top of the tape to let you know that goes up to the top of your mouth.
Your mouth, yep.
Or maybe the labeling, but there isn't actually an up and a top and a bottom to these.
Yep.
And a lot of that is just how, like you were saying, like the reed is cut out. Can you see that, Scott? Like how that one has like a cutout in the middle of it?
1 second. Close.
You want me to back up a little bit?
There we go.
So like what I'm saying is this is a hard plastic top, but if you look at the tape to the inside, there's solid reed, and then it's cut out. That looks like a small tongue in there. And they'll do that to all these calls. That just gives it different inflections, different sounds, the ability. Like I have some diaphragms that I can purr on really, really well. And then I have some that I can't purr to save my life on them.
Yep.
But then that same call I can't purr on, I can yelp, I can cluck,
Yep.
I can do all that stuff. And if these sounds like are kind of, you don't know what we're referring to by a yelp and a cluck and all that stuff. Again, it's just, some will have instructional DVDs that come with them, but it's like listening to a turkey, listening to the purr is like the calming sound, the feeding sound. A yelp is like a locator within the group. Most of the time, I'll be honest with you. A long time ago, like I thought only hens did the yelping. That's not true. Toms yelp all the time.
Yep.
And then you got your purrs, like I said. You got your aggressive fly down cackles. There's so many different calls to work and learn, but it's tough. Like I've been turkey hunting for 20-something years, and every year I'm like, I'm gonna get really good on my diaphragm.
And you don't.
And I never do.
Next thing you get the Slater box going on.
Yeah, because I'm lazy. I'm
You
just
didn't put the time in.
I'm complacent.
Next thing you're like, dude, I got to hunt tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And where is this?
Yep.
It's in the bottom of the bag, all dried up.
And then I'm trying to film a guide to life, and I'm like, oh, I sound like crap. No wonder why. But that's the other thing too. Like it's just like voices. Turkey. Not all turkeys sound amazing. You
Right.
can hear all these great callers, and they're like, man, like there's no way I'm gonna call one in. But then you got guys that like just like Mike said, can't blow a diaphragm to save their life. You squawk on the squawk boxes.
Yep.
Just depends on the mood. Like if a Tom's ready to play a game, he'll come running in.
100%. I mean, it's like duck and goose hunting as well too. I mean, not all calls sound the same. I mean, I could blow a duck call, you could blow the same duck call, and it's going to sound completely different.
Yep.
Based on how I present air to call or how you present air to call. Same with these. You know, everything's going to sound a little different. I mean, your mouth might be larger than mine. We know it is, but just in general, just a little bit larger. Yeah. So, I mean, me and you running this might get same purrs, but it's going to sound completely different based on your mouth shape, the way you're presenting air to the call.
Yep.
So
a big thing too, everything's 30% off,
Yep,
right?
30%
Online
off.
and in store?
Online and in store. Yep, correct.
So now's the time to stock up. It's like we just said. I mean, it's March, what today?
Today is the 6th. We got April 15th is the youth hunt, and then the 19th is when the regular zone 1 starts.
The other
Period
thing,
1 starts.
the other thing too about that is the youth is first, but like I participated. If you go to the Fixed TV, check out the Guided Life. I did the Learn to Hunt program. I've been doing that for a long time, mentoring some of the youth and some of the first-time turkey hunters. Look for that. Go to the DNR website. Look for the Learn to Hunt. Like the one I partake with is the Wapaka Learn to Hunt. They actually posted their dates. It's the weekend before the youth hunt.
So probably like the 11th or something like that.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is that's a state-funded, a state-run program. There's different, groups that run them for the state.
Correct.
But you get a free tag to hunt for 2 days. It's a Saturday, Sunday. You meet a group of guys. You get to go out with a mentor like Mike or myself, or depending on the group, and they provide the land. Some provide the gun, the ammo. You have to sit through a course. The course is usually on a Thursday. Then the Friday is either shoot day, and then the hunt starts Saturday, Sunday. But it's all the tags are free. So if you've never turkey hunted before in your life, those are great opportunities to get out there. And usually you get a great person to go with you, and you might have some success. And then if you can always go out and buy a tag,
Correct.
And then the thing about it is try it before you actually invest in it. 30% off is a great deal, but maybe it's not for you. Maybe
Correct.
you don't want to go out there and be in those elements, even though I think you're silly. Like it's when you get a tom coming in, gobbling at you, and you got turkeys around you, because you got to remember, like turkeys can see. They always say they can see you blink from 100 yards. They're not lying.
Right.
But it's something cool. Get yourself involved in it. Look them up. Like Learn to Hunt. Wapaka Learn to Hunt is a great one that I work with all the time. But they're all over the county in the state. So check those out.
Yeah, check the DNR website for that for sure.
Yep.
And don't be afraid to reach out to some of like the turkey groups, the NWTF groups around the state. There's different chapters around the state too. They run a ton of banquets and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Definitely good contact point there. So like I said, we got 30% off all turkey. I got targets. We got a hair bit of turkey ammo yet. We're still working on getting a bunch of that in stock. We got some turkey guns in stock. I actually took a sweet used one in this weekend. So
Oh, really?
yeah, BPS
Nice.
turkey. It's got the
You got
turkey
pistol
choke.
grip?
No, it doesn't. No. But the 24-inch barrel turkey choke. It's got the sight on it and everything. So it's pretty sweet.
Sweet.
But like I said, 30% off. I think we have it labeled till the 15th, but I'll probably extend that just so you get those last minute guys coming in. So yeah, come down, check us out. So we got a ton in stock. So I got blinds on the way. Who knows when they'll show up, but
Right.
ton of decoys, ton of calls. Come in, check us out.
Call it store and the
Yeah,
website.
call the store, 920-750-6140. The website, therealshot.com, www.therealshot.com. TheReelShot.com.
Perfect.
So, like I said, sales online, sales in store. Come see us. Boom.